Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a process video, but this time for a project life process. So I haven't done a project life page in ages, but I need to kind of get back into it because it means I can document so many more pictures than I can when I do my 12 by 12 pages, and I actually enjoyed having the break and have kind of enjoyed coming back to it. So I did much prefer doing this project life layout after having had a little bit of a break from it. So to start with here, I'm just cutting up my pictures. So I have printed out some 3x4 pictures and some 4x6 pictures to use in this layout. And I'm going to be using products from my October Turtle Crafts kit, and I'm just starting by using this sticker set from the extras shop. So this did not come in the kit, but I purchased it as an add-on to the kit. I spoke about the extras shop in my unboxing video, but if you are a subscriber to the kit, you have been emailed a password which enables you to access the extra shop, and you can add on some extra products to your October kit. So this was one of the October add-ons, and I love these so much, and I selected the words family time at the bottom there and added that to the picture of my mum who was chilling out on a bench. We went to Polesden Lacey. I've been here before a couple of times. It's one of my favourite National Trust spots. I love going to National Trust places with family. We all have National Trust membership, which means that it feels like a cheap visit out. It doesn't cost us anything because we've already paid our yearly subscription. We absolutely make the most of that subscription, and we just take picnics with us and stuff like that. So I'm using these stickers, letter stickers here from Hobbycraft to add Polesden Lacey as my title to the kind of picture that I had at the top of the building, and then I have added a puffy flower sticker from the extras add-on, and I am just writing some journaling on here. Polesden Lacey is a party house. It's an Edwardian party house, which sounds insane. It's built in the Edwardian style, and the lady who lived there, it's not the oldest building in the world. I think it was built in like in 1900 or something, so it's not like that old. But she lived in this house, and she would have these epic social gatherings, and loads of famous people and like rich and famous people would go to these parties that were really extravagant, and yeah, kings would go there with their mistresses. Dodgy. I'm using this cut apart paper as well from the kit, and this sheet of paper was called Fun Times, and I just cut out this nice floral piece with some journaling lines on because I wanted to journal a little bit about the tour that we went on. So on this particular occasion, we went on a tour around the kind of hidden or secret rooms of the National Trust. So they were showing all the rooms in the house that you couldn't access or were not accessible to the public. It was a really, really interesting tour because they talked about how they had basically destroyed a lot of the rooms. So a lot of the ones that you can't see, they've turned into kind of offices and things like that. But they were trying to restore some of those rooms. So I decided to add a little card in here. So I just used a Project Life card, and I'm stamping on a label, and this was a stamped label. I went through with a label stamp that I own, and I just stamped loads of different coloured labels and cut them out and put them in a lunchbox so that I could just use them whenever I needed them. And I'm just stamping August 2019, and that sticker there is from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet that came in the kit as well. All of these products are Jen Hadfield, and they're all from the This Is Family collection. Then I'm going to add some enamel dots. I do move some of these around, so I've got a little green one and then a couple of yellow ones to draw in from some of the yellow flowers. I'm just starting to pop some things in the pockets now, so now that I've decided or kind of finished things off, it's quite good to start slotting things into the pockets. And then I decide I'm going to add a tiny little bird from the sticker sheet to this family time card. Pop that one in there. These do move around a little bit. I do tend to move the photos around a lot whilst I'm creating layouts, project life layouts, but my project life layouts are almost always like this, so I always make sure I have a 3x4 pocket spare to add a journaling card. I will quite often take a picture and attach it to another 3x4 card to add more journaling if I want to, and I will normally use a 4x6 journaling card and stick a photo on top of that. So there's like certain themes that I tend to use. It's like a recipe for a really quick layout for me. So here I've just added onto one of the other stamped labels that I had pre-stamped and cut a bit of journaling about sunflowers, because there were sunflowers everywhere. It was August, although it was a little bit grey on this day, and the sunflowers are they're my favourite. I love sunflowers, and they had these gorgeous red and orange coloured sunflowers, and then I'm just taking a paper, just a random sheet of paper from a 6x8 paper pad. This is not from the kit. And I'm just using that as a base, and I decided to go for a lighter pink. And at this point I'm going to change around my pictures. The other image there that I'm now cutting up is an Ali Edwards stamp set that I own, but again I'd made my own embellishments by stamping in different colours on different coloured card and cutting them out so that I could just add them to layouts as and when I wanted to. Now I'm getting some acetate pieces to decorate this page here, and I like the little acetate pieces here around either side of the house acetate, so I'm just cutting those off to use. I don't actually use that big leaf acetate in the end. It seemed a little bit too much, didn't really need that. I've swapped the pictures around, so I'm going to use that lighter picture on the light pink. I think it looked a bit better. And then I'm starting to stick everything down on this page. I do cut out some of that, so I'm going to stick my little favourite down, and that's going to move. Stick my picture down, and then what you don't see is me sticking the acetate down, but I just use some really thin double-sided tape behind it. I don't think that it matters that the double-sided tape is slightly visible. I don't care anyway. I don't think anyone's going to be looking that closely at it. Yeah. To be honest, once it's in the page protector, it doesn't really look like, it could be anything, it could be drawn on, it doesn't really look like acetate particularly. And then I'm going to use some more of these letters. These, I don't know if I mentioned before, but they came from Hobbycraft, and I'm just going to write wildflowers on here because this was a wildflower meadow that they had kind of, what's the word? Laid? That's not the right word, is it? Planted. Yeah, I guess. But they had used so much wildflower seed, so it had like an information stand there talking about how expensive it is to grow wildflowers. So I just assumed because they were wild they would be, easy to grow, but it turns out it's quite complicated. And encouraging them to seed in the first instance can be quite tricky by the sound of it. So I think they take a couple of years to like establish or something, but I think it was like £1,000 or a few £1,000s worth of wildflower seed that they had used. So then I've moved the favourite to the top because I felt like it started to spread the pink a little bit more through the layout, the brighter pink. Then I'm moving my enamel dots around, and then I think I'm going to be done. So I hope you enjoyed this layout. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!